You know, guys, there are some times in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Where you speak what you want and Konami actually delivers. And when it does happen, you're super happy about it. You know, I was actually this past weekend and earlier this week working on, and I'm still working on, my Sacred Beast deck profile. And I was pulling out stuff, for the wicked deck that I want to build, the evil Egyptian gods that we are going to be getting some support-ish in the future, most likely. And I'm like, oh, this is gonna be fun to try to build this deck. Oh, I'm so happy Sacred Beast got support, last year. That was so cool. And I get home, today. I get off work. I do what I need to do. I look at my computer and YouTube for the first time of the day, and what do I see? Egyptian god support. What can I say? If you guys are long-time subscribers of this channel, you know one thing. I have done Egyptian God deck profiles on this channel to death since 2016. I am probably the first person that ever attempted Egyptian God deck profile while you mesh all three Egyptian gods together. And people kept asking me two main questions. Do you think Harakathy will ever come out? And number two, do you think Egyptian gods will ever get good support? And for years I said, I believe this would be an untapped reservoir of, Konami being able to push product. I saw the Egyptian gods coming out of a Megaton. Oh, maybe this is the time. No, it was not. I said, we got True Name now. We got this card. We got that card. Ooh, maybe some more stuff will come out. No, it was more just legacy fan service stuff. Ah, dang it. Then last year I see Winged Dragon of Ra become a full-fledged archetype. Finally. And I said, if they're doing this to Winged Dragon of Ra, surely, right around the corner, there's probably Slifer and Obelisk support coming out. And today's the day, fellas, where I can say that is the case. They're not just giving support, guys. They're giving structure deck support. Structure deck support to Obelisk and Slifer in 2021. I thought the earliest would be 2060 before this all would happen, but thank you, Konami, for doing it, at a time where I'm still alive. Because it's just so cool to see this. The game has, with the anime no longer being a main focus for main card sets, and this is a video I'm going to do altogether. I know Robbie from Cult 40 talked about this a few days ago, but this is so true. With the anime no longer being a thing, and them not have to push anime support to keep the anime above, approach, Konami's been getting really cool, doing some cool things and going back to some cool legacy cards and archetypes and themes and reconstructing them into these decks, this support. And I could not be more happier about it. I can't be. Because legitimately it's what I've always wanted in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! They kept printing archetype after archetype for the these things, right? For the anime, we must push the anime. And now they don't have the anime to push. They have Rush Duels over there, right? And now they can actually go back to these archetypes and cards and say, big brain play, what are we going to make? And they finally got to Egyptian gods. Thank you. Because literally for, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 6 years I've built Egyptian gods. And finally my dream came through. Now maybe Harakathy will come out. I don't know. Who knows? I've heard some rumors about some stuff over the last couple of hours. I don't know. But a lot of you may be asking me, Seto, okay, you're happy. You're excited. What do they need? What do they need to do to make Egyptian god support legit? Now, I think they're doing, first off, I'll say, I think they're doing the correct thing right now. Is they're separating the Egyptian gods into their own individual decks and not a cohesive deck. Now, while I have done that, actually, I did that for nostalgia and because there really wasn't no support, I mean, really, and they were actually better together than they were apart. And Winged Dragon Ra, ever since Sphere Mode came out, was pretty much the archetype for the deck, per se, because it was the best thing, the closest thing it had to an engine until the new support came out last year. So, saying all that, I'm happy that they're doing that first off. They're dividing them up, it looks like, into individual archetypes. There could be support that maybe ties it together, so maybe you can have a cheesy Harakathy build. Perhaps. That depends. I don't know. It's too early to tell. When these cards get announced and released, you bet your bottom dollar I'll be talking about them. But saying all this, speaking-wise, that's the first thing I want you to take away that's good. The second thing is, what do they need now, okay? Well, Obelisk and Slifer, I think they've needs some different things than, I guess you could say, Ra. So let's look at the Egyptian gods in this way. Ra is more of an OTK maker. It can put big damage on the board. It has different forms. It can survive, reincarnate itself. It's a phoenix. You get where I'm going here. I think the support it already has, along with the other support that we do not have currently at this moment, pending because it's probably going to come out sooner rather than later, is going to make Ra fine. And that's not even saying what support is in these structure decks that could indirectly help Ra. So saying all that, I think Ra is perfectly fine on his own to be his own little deck over there, doing his own little thing, OTK-wise, reincarnation-wise. Obelisk is more of a beater. And from what we've read in the structure deck, they're talking about destroying back row, destroying monsters, things of this nature. So I think that's going to be perfectly fine. Obelisk already. I mean, you could build a deck strictly around Obelisk and you would be fine, even with the support we have now. So saying that he's getting additional support and he's becoming his own full-fledged archetype, quote-unquote, is a good thing. I think he's going to be the best out of the two structure decks, point blank, I feel like, off the top of my head. So Obelisk, I think, because he already has built-in protection, because he's already, generically, he was the best god card out of all of them for, ages, besides Sphere Mode, which was played in the meta to outboards, etc. He'll be fine. I think he'll be the better one. What about Slifer, you may be asking? What about Slifer, the executive producer, the Sky Dragon? I don't know yet how they're going to do Slifer. Because maybe they do something like a Cards of Sanctity card. I don't know. To keep hand advantage. Because technically, the materials you have to put in to bring out Slifer, no matter what build you're building currently, he's only going to be so much attack. Usually, on average, if I was try to, and I've tried this online, to build a deck specifically around Slifer, he's going to come out no more than 3,000 attack, usually. And that's if I'm trying to hold back cards sometimes. Usually he's 2,000 attack, if. And that does depend if you're going first, second, etc. And because of the resources you have to put in on the field. Now, it sounds like they're going to, and I've said this for years, they're going to figure out this tribute summoning mechanic for Egyptian gods, because it's been a pain in my tuchus that it's like, okay, you got Winged Dragon of Ra Disciple, but that takes up a normal summon, and you have to follow that up with another card that's an additional normal summon to get that card to be in anything, right? Legitly. And if it gets negated, oh, woe's you. They could do what I've always wondered, if they make a retrained of Ra's Disciple into one that actually has kind of advanced, what's that card? Oh my gosh, we've used for years. Card Advance, where you pretty much can stack your deck and you can conduct another additional a tribute summon in addition to your normal summon. This card was used in battle, came out originally in Battle Pack, and I've wondered if that could be something they built into like a Ra's Disciple-esque card, because that will take care of two things. That will make True Name become much, much better. And number two, it's going to help you with tribute fodder. So saying that, I think that's the perfect marriage between the two. A Ra's Disciple and a Card Advance together. Because that makes True Name good. That gives you draw power to search for your god cards. And number two, that also allows you to have tribute fodder much more easily. So an Obelisk and a Slifer Disciple to help you go for either or, I think would be a most welcome addition to the deck. Some way to stack your deck too. because you need additional draw power to make Slifer big. He can be used in different locks. There are some soft locks for Slifer. Are they legit? Are they 100% amazing? Going to win you, a YCS? I don't think so. But only time's going to tell how this is going to pan out. And I'm looking forward to this new support. Once that new support comes out, I definitely will be talking about it because I've played Egyptian Gods probably the most out of anybody on YouTube currently over the last 6 years. I mean, go back and look. Egyptian God Deck 2016. Probably I'm the only one that did those back then. So I've played multiple different variations, multiple different things. And I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but I want to use this wealth of knowledge to help players out there build optimate, fun Egyptian God decks. I don't think they're going to be super meta, but alas, I think they'll be super fun to finally play them. But tell me your thoughts down below, guys. Are you excited for Egyptian God support? Tell me. I have to hear your thoughts. And until next time, guys, take care. Have fun dueling. Good luck dueling. And I'll see all of you guys next time. Take care, everybody.